types of learners. The Myers-Briggs model basically classifies individuals according to their preferences on scales derived from the theories of psychological types developed by Carl Jung. Carl Jung is a Swiss psychiatrist, and he developed theories based on the psychological parameters and the psychological studies where the people or their class have been classified based on their preferences. Now, Myers and Briggs, they developed a model based on the psychological study conducted by Carl, who believes that what appears to be random behavior is actually the result of differences in the way people prefer to use their mental experiences. Now, basically, what seems to be a random behavior is not just random, it is a reflection of what people prefer. According to the model developed by Myers and Briggs, the learners may be classified as extroverts, introverts, sensors, intuitors, thinkers, feelers, judges, and perceivers. Extroverts basically are the ones who look at the world around them and their focus is on people. Introverts likely to think things through and focus on the world of ideas. So this is the internal aspect that they focus on. Sensors are the ones who are practical and they focus on facts, processes, and procedures. Intuitors are imaginative and concept-oriented people. They are more concerned with meanings. Thinkers are the ones who prefer to form decisions or make decisions based on facts and logic. Feelers are the ones who are appreciative and who make decisions based on their personal emotions, likings and dislikings, having a more humanistic view of the world around them. And judges are the ones who set and follow agendas and seek closure and completeness. So they follow clear-cut defined agendas. There has to be a start, there has to be a middle and completeness of any task. And then you have perceivers who adapt to changing, who think, who ponder, who perceive, and they adapt to changes. Now we are going to have the description of all these types along with their strengths. The extrovert learners talk to understand new information and ideas. They prefer to work in groups. They try something first and think about it later. They see the results from projects, see how other people do. So this is extrovert learners, that their emphasis is basically on how other people do work, and they prefer groups and doing something, try something first and then thinking later on about it. Now their strength is that they learn best when they can work with a friend and learn by trying something themselves. So they prefer group work, and that is where their strength lies. Introvert learners, they study alone. Listen to others talk and think about information privately. They think about something first. They think first, as opposing to extrovert who try on things first and think later. But introvert think first and try things later. They listen, they observe, they write and they read, and they take time to complete tasks. So they take a lot of time to themselves. They have a lot of time to themselves to first think, observe, and then complete tasks. Now their strength lies in the fact that they learn best when they can find quiet place. Since they are introvert, they need a quiet place, a place to themselves where they are alone to ponder over situations or tasks to carry it out. Now that quiet place should enable them to have enough time to reflect on. Sensing learners like clear goals. They are careful and pay attention to details, like taking one step at a time. So they are never in a rush. They really need to have specific, clear objectives and goals of any task so that they can carry out that task stepwise, one at a time, have good memory of facts, pay more attention to practical tasks and ideas. Their strength lies in the fact that they learn best when they can ask their teacher to explain. So basically they need a mentor to set goals for them or explain goals for them so that they can stepwise follow the implementation. They like to use computers and watch films, etc. Now we have intuitive learners. They like reading and listening, like problems that require the use of imagination, like variety, and are more interested in big ideas. So basically, the small ideas or small tasks do not attract them. They would like to have the variety of ideas and the complex and bigger tasks for any learning purposes. They like starting a new project rather than finishing the existing one. So this is also their habit. And their strength lies in the fact that they learn best when they can find ways to be imaginative, where they are given provision and enough opportunities to be creative and imaginative. That is the manner in which they develop their learning styles effectively. Then you have thinking learners. Thinking learners want to be treated fairly. They like teachers who are organized. So they want to think, they want to observe. So they want, since they are thinking learners, so they require or they would like to be treated fairly. They use clear thinking to work out problems, like clear and logical directions, basically. Their strength is that they learn best when they have limited time to do their work and are able to put information in a logical order that makes sense. So basically, since they are thinking learners, they do not require lot of time to carry out their task. What they require is fair logical information or sequence to carry out a task within a short span of time. Then we have feeling learners. Feeling learners like to have a friendly relationship with teachers. They need to get along with other people, like to work with groups. And their strength is that they learn best when they can work with a friend. Since feelings are involved, they tend to develop relationship. So their strength is that if they are placed with their friends for any learning purposes, that is the situation where they learn best. Judging learners are the one who would like to have a plan and stick to it. They work in a steady, orderly way, like to finish projects, like to know exactly what is expected. So judging learners are more work-oriented, project-oriented people, and their strength lies in the fact that they learn best when they have short-term goals. Since they are project-oriented, again, they do not require longer time to finish their goals. So their strength is that if the time is specified and duration is specified, they learn best. Perceiving learners are the ones who are open to new experiences in learning. They like to make choices, they are flexible, so based on their observation, their judgment, they would like to make their own choices, they are flexible, and they prefer to work when work is fun for them. They learn best when they find new ways to do routine tasks in order to generate. So newness of tasks attract them and make them more encouraged and involve them. If the task is repeated over and over again, that learners lose their interest, and it is about, since they are open to new information and experience, they want to practice and experiment the new information. So perceiving learners are the ones who are open to new ideas and experiences of learning. To conclude, learning styles are specific to different types of learners that include extroverts, introverts, sensors, intuitive, thinkers, feelers, judges, and perceivers. Different types of learners have their particular preferences and strengths specific to suit their particular learning style.